Thanks for being with us once again on ESCMID TV. With us now in our studio, Susanna Esposito, who's just co-chaired a really important session here at the Congress on measles, with a lot of presenters talking about why measles is not yet eradicated in Europe. How was the session for you, and thank you for being with us?
Thank you very much for inviting me. The session was very interesting because we compared results obtained in the Americas and results in Europe. So in the Americas, they have the proof that measles and congenital rubella have been eliminated.
Yes.
They demonstrated their successful results, and they demonstrated the joint actions that have permitted to obtain these wonderful results. Unfortunately, Lucia Pastore-Celentano from European CDC presented the European data. I know this data because I am now the past president, but I am still in the committee of WHO,
yes.
In the committee for measles and rubella elimination. Mm-hmm. And the data that have been collected in these last few months demonstrated that there are countries in Europe with several cases of measles. Lucia today showed the data from Italy. In the last 3 months in Italy, there were more than 1,000 cases of measles, and more than 140 were among healthcare workers.
Wow.
So these data are really impressive, and they demonstrate that measles is still a common disease with, in several cases, severe complications. And these data also show that there is the need to reach an adequate coverage even among healthcare workers.
So what is the answer, Susanna? Is it more vaccination or better vaccines?
No, I think that the answer is more vaccination. So the problem that now we have is, first of all, the fact that among people, measles is not considered a serious disease. So the first point is that the knowledge on the disease is very limited, and the risk of the disease are not considered by the general population. The second point is that measles vaccine, so MPR vaccine, the trivalent combination against measles, mumps and rubella, is considered something potentially dangerous, and this is absolutely not true. There are several data showing that there is no association with autism. This is the whole history of Wakefield, and all the medical doctors know that there is no association with autism, that there were several studies, and there are several studies showing that the Wakefield data were absolutely false.
And so scientifically we can prove that?
Absolutely. We have several studies showing that even measles vaccination in brothers or sisters of people with autism are absolutely safe, that
yes.
there is no risk at all, and no association between measles vaccine and neurologic problems, autism and also other neurologic problems.
So we must get more vaccination
Absolutely.
and better public awareness
because
through.
Unfortunately, among the anti-vax movements, measles vaccine is the one that is considered more because it is represented by live attenuated viruses.
Yes.
And so they focus on this kind of vaccine. And there are countries in which the coverage are decreasing, we can say, of 1% every year. So the goal of WHO in order to reach measles elimination is more than 95% with 2 doses, but there are several countries in which the coverage for 1 dose is below 90% and for the second dose below 80%.
So we're close, but it requires better public communication. We must vaccinate.
Yes, yes. I think that unfortunately there are countries in Europe in which we are not so close, and we should follow those that have reached the results in order to permit to the population to live in a very healthy settings without the risk of disease that can be eliminated.
Thank you for sharing that update. I know you have to rush off and present, but it's a pleasure, as always, having you in the ESCMID studio.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.